Happy homecoming, no doubt. Both, thank you. New at 6, state environmental regulators say the levels of Gen X in the Cape Fear River continue to drop. A company has been dumping the toxic chemical into the river for years and created a scare when it ended up in drinking water systems. Now, a lot of you have been asking us how this was able to happen. CBS North Carolina Investigates Jonathan Rodriguez is getting you answers tonight. He sat down with the Secretary of the Department of Environmental Quality to talk about what they're doing to stop it from happening again.
At first, no one really heard of Gen X.
The initial reaction from me was to focus on what Gen X was.
But an NC State scientist wrote a report about it. It popped up in water systems along the Cape Fear River and couldn't be filtered out. Now Gen X has statewide attention.
The governor took very swift action once we understood that it was being discharged into the Cape Fear River.
And it has been for more than 30 years.
Why wouldn't the state know about something like that since it's being pumped into North Carolina rivers?
That's part of our investigation. My department has launched an investigation to best determine if the chemical compound was adequately disclosed in the permit.
Chemours, a spinoff of DuPont, makes chemical coatings like Teflon. Gen X is a toxic byproduct used in the process. It wasn't until June that the state found out it was being dumped into the river. The problem is Gen X is not regulated by the state or the federal EPA. With no standards, it wasn't being tested for.
The companies who are coming in here and putting it in the water, are they required at this point to disclose everything that they are putting in the water?
Companies are required to disclose what they're putting into our water. What we are going to do a better job of is providing a level of specificity on the level of disclosure that we at the state level expect.
The company eventually agreed to stop dumping the chemical into the river. DEQ Secretary Michael Regan tells me the EPA had given Chemours consent to dump the chemical in 2009, but never notified the state.
Why didn't the EPA come to the state and say, here's something you need to know that's being pumped into your river?
Sure. Part of our investigation is to determine what the answer is to that question.
DEQ has been testing the water ever since.
Should they be worried?
At this juncture, we have set a health goal, and based on the analysis that we've done so far, the concentrations of Gen X in the water are well below that health goal.
But what's the next Gen X, the next unknown chemical that no one is testing for? Regan says they're putting together a science advisory board to try and figure that out.
Epidemiologists, medical doctors, scientists, people who are well versed in this area to better understand the emerging chemical compounds that we should be prioritizing.
He says permit applications will now ask in more detail what chemicals companies are dumping, and DEQ will deny Chemours' request to continue to dump Gen X into the Cape Fear River.
Who ultimately should be held accountable for this potential risk?
The company will be held accountable if we find any violations as it pertains to this investigation.
Now, the state's investigation is ongoing. There's also a federal investigation into this incident. Meanwhile, the Governor Cooper has asked for more than $2 million to test and study chemicals like Gen X. Now, we just got a response from a Senate Appropriations Committee about that request for more money, saying that they are considering it, but they have some questions about what they called inconsistencies and how the state handled this incident. Some of those questions we just got answers to tonight. We'll let you know any updates that we get, Sean.
All right, Jonathan.